Okay, I got a fun one for you today. This is about getting out, getting out some anger, and how to do that if anger feels inaccessible to you. And that was me. That was absolutely me. I didn't even know what. I was not aware of what being overcome by anger was like. It was something that I had put away a long time ago, apparently, and well, forgot about. So, this is something that I've learned, and I just did some of this, which is why I'm a little bit out of breath. But I've got some pads here, just gonna set up on the couch. You can just go directly on the couch, whatever. It'll make sense in a second. But so this is basically like just getting some aggression out, getting some anger out, and the way that I do it, that I think makes this whole thing work, is I get my shot here. Okay. The way, you could come in and just, hit it a few times, that kind of thing, maybe yell a little bit, and that's fine. But I've brought a piece into this from fitness that I think really, really helps. And that is basically taking up to 11 and going far enough that you actually need to use your voice as part of the effort, not just as part of emotional expression, but as part of the physical effort that you are putting out, right? So I would compare it to, there's an exercise I've done before, I've got a video on it, where I did body weight squats really slowly, where I'm just going like painfully slow, and then pausing at the bottom for a long time, and then painfully slow up, and then stopping short, and then painfully slow down. You keep doing that until you absolutely can't go anymore. And if you really give it your full effort, you end up screaming to finish like the last rep, that kind of thing. And basically, I'm gonna take this to that same level where I'm gonna start hitting the pad that's in front of me, and at some point, it's not gonna take very long, I'm going to get so fatigued that in order to continue at a high level of output, I'm gonna need to use my voice. It's just going to be a natural thing. And at that point, that's where the magic happens. As far as I'm concerned, that's what makes this worth it, where you get to a point where the movement takes over you, the emotion takes over you, and you get a little bit of this, it's kind of like a boost, and it's kind of like it goes on autopilot for a second or two, and you actually get some work done, some emotional and physical work done. So, okay, without further ado, I'll give it a shot. Now, when I was doing it just a few minutes ago, I was doing it with music on, and that kind of helps set the mood, helps you get you in the moment, but I don't want music on in the middle of this while I'm recording because it's a weird copyright issue, so I have to do it raw. So, we'll see. Maybe it won't work, and maybe the work that I just did got enough of it out that now I won't be able to access it as easily, but I think it'll still work. Again, I'm gonna start hitting it, and when the fatigue builds up enough, that's when more voice will come out to be able to power the movement. The voice is like kicking on a turbo or something towards the end, okay? By the way, turn off now if emotions are not your thing. Okay. Okay, that's it. So, now, for those of you still watching, so, if I weren't recording, and if I were doing that towards the beginning of the session when there was a lot more stuff to get out, that ending would also turn into crying. And that's what I did before I recorded. I did one, and it turned into it was short, it was like 30 seconds of crying. Whew, I'm winded. And that's great. If you take it to the point where you really do, you just go to a level of fatigue like that, it will take your defenses down, enough that something that you've been repressing, like crying, will likely come out. And that's a good thing. And if it doesn't come out, that's okay too. So, to recap, try that and take it to as high as you can. That's the thing. You take it as far as you can, and then you keep going and you keep going, and you'll find that either you kind of experimentally use your voice to get more out, or it just starts coming out naturally. But at that point, it's sort of like the engine gets going on its own, and then it's working, and you just let it go. You just let it out, and that is a plus way to get some feelings out and put a stop to things like imaginary arguments in your head or something like that. So give it a shot. Let me know how you feel. And thanks. That was fun, huh? All right, next time.